Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now, before we get into today's video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on a video of ours. So, what have we for you today? Well, it has been a busy week of news. We've obviously had UEFA Champions League action, the England squad, new deals, injuries, and obviously look forward to the weekend's fixtures. So we'll start off on the injury news. The biggest name that is currently injured is Leah Williamson of Arsenal and England, who is expected to be out for a period of time, possibly until next year, after sustaining a hamstring injury in the North London derby last Saturday. Now, being at that game, at the end of it, it was quite obvious to see that Leah was in some discontent. After coming over to do a few interviews, you could see her hobbling back and holding the back of her leg, so that made me well aware that she had done some sort of hamstring injury. And before their cup game this week against Kuya, Jonas Ardeval had confirmed that Leah had sustained a hamstring injury and will be out for an extended period of time. One good bit of news for Arsenal fans around the world is that Jordan Nobbs has been called up to the England squad for Sarina Wiegman for the first time. Obviously, Nobbs is a fan favourite amongst many, and many think she should be in the England squad regular, but it's good to see Jordan called up for the first time. And the only two changes from this England squad compared to the October internationals is that Lucy Staniforth has dropped out of it, obviously in Jordan Nobbs' place, and obviously no Leah Williamson. However, Sarina Wiegman has yet to say who will captain the side against Austria and Latvia over the next 2 weeks or so. We also had a bit of new contract news this past week. Chelsea announced that forward Sam Kerr has signed a new deal to remain with the Blues until 2024. Now, it's been just over 2 years since the Australian joined the WSL, and she has had a massive impact for Emma Hayes' side. So good news for all Blues fans there. Now, speaking of Blues, we'll talk about Birmingham City, and it came out on Thursday evening that they have decided to sack manager Scott Booth after just 5 months in charge. The club said that they weren't happy with the results that they've had and they feel that they should be doing better. However, many people in the media, and myself, who's just an average fan, feel like they shouldn't have been doing any better. And to be fair, this is where I expected them, if not above where I expected Blues to be at the start of the season, considering the lack of investment that we have seen into this club and how damaging the last 12 months have been for the club. Right, now on to the Champions League action of the week. So we have had all of match day 4 take place, and here are the results in quick. Arsenal have beat Kuya 3-0 with Vivian Miedemar, Caitlin Ford and Lotte Wubben-Moy being the goal scorers there. Hoffenheim lost 5-0 to Barcelona, so put Barcelona all but through to the next round of the Champions League. Benfica got their first ever Champions League win, beating BK Häcken 2-1. Bayern Munich beat Lyon 1-0 in a surprise victory on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday... No, sorry, they were Wednesday's fixtures. On Thursday, Juventus beat Wolfsburg 2-0. Chelsea beat Servette by 1-0 this time, with Sam Kerr getting the only goal of that game. Real Madrid lost 2-0 to PSG. And Zoya Labud beat Breidel Blick 2-0. Now, a bit of news regarding Chelsea's injuries. Obviously, many fans will notice they haven't been without Danish superstar Pernille Harder and Dutch defender Aniek Nouwen. Emma Hayes says that they are out for this weekend's game against Birmingham City, and she hopes that they will be back for the FA Cup final on the 5th of December against Arsenal. So they will both 100% miss this international break respectively for their nations. Now, time to look ahead to The fixtures this weekend in Italy, it is Coppa Italia weekend, so we won't go over too much in that in detail because obviously it being at a group stage level. Over in France this weekend, PSG play host to Stade Reims and Lyon travel to ECFF. Elsewhere in the league, Soya Charente play Saint Etienne, Flory 91 play Guingamp, Dijon play Paris FC, and Bordeaux play Montpellier. Over in Germany, Werder Bremen play host to Cologne, Sand play Freiburg, Turbine Potsdam play Hoffenheim, Bayern Munich play Karl Zeiss Jena, Wolfsburg play SGS Essen, and Bayer Leverkusen play Frankfurt. In the Netherlands, Feyenoord play Den Haag, VV Alkmaar play FC Twente, Ajax play Excelsior Barendrecht, and PEC Zwolle play PSV. And finally, over in Spain, before we come back to England, Levante play Madrid CFF, Bilbao play Sporting Huelva, Sevilla play Barcelona, Valencia play Real Betis, Real Sociedad host Granadilla Tenerife, Eibar host Atletico Madrid, Rayo Vallecano play Villarreal, and Real Madrid take on Alaves. Now over here in England we have a full slate of WSL fixtures, and they are on Saturday. Manchester City play host to Aston Villa. And then on Sunday, Manchester United Arsenal is the early kickoff in obviously the big game this weekend between Mark Skinner's side and Jonas Eidevall's side. Chelsea play host to Birmingham City, Leicester play host to Everton, Reading play Brighton, and West Ham play Tottenham. So only the two games on TV this weekend in England. It was also announced today that over 30,000 tickets have been sold for this year's FA Cup final that takes place at Wembley between Arsenal and Chelsea on the 5th of December, which is absolutely incredible to see. And also the viewing figures, TV viewing figures from last weekend's women's football weekend came out, and it was a staggering 1.5 million. And finally, this Saturday sees the NWSL final take place in Louisville between the Washington Spirit and the Chicago Red Stars in what is expected to be an absolutely cracking game from Louisville, and a game that takes place at 5 p.m. UK time. So check your local listings for where you can watch that game. Until next time, which will be the start of next week, where we will wrap up all the international action and games, that is meaning the foreign leagues and all the action here in the WSL. And until next time, we'll see you soon.